Hi you guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I am Philly, and today I wanted to touch bases on things I wish or things that I'm learning in my 20s. Let's get into this video. So I came up with 4 different things that I've been learning in my 20s and wish I would have learned it sooner. The first thing that I have on my list is that everybody is trying to figure out this thing called life. I know a lot of times when we get on social media, we see everybody else's life and, you know, we feel like we're behind in life or we're not doing enough because we are comparing ourselves to other people when we get on social media, or feeling like, oh, well, I'm this age and I need to be doing this or that. Like, it's just like a whole bunch of stuff like that your mind tells you that are just absolutely not true. Do not let your mind like get to you, because what God wants for you versus what your mind is telling you, especially if it's like something negative, that's the devil. Like, at this point, that only makes sense to me. And today I literally had to get myself out of a bad state, like out of my emotions, and literally okay, continue the video, continue everything that you would do on a normal day as if this never occurred. And it's not to say, oh, neglect your feelings, because I definitely felt it, but however, get up and let's keep life going. And that is to say, my third thing when it comes to what I've learned and what I've been learning in my 20s is that life doesn't wait for you. It's never gonna wait for you. It's not gonna, because you're sad or depressed, you have anxiety, or I didn't get this done because I was feeling sad, or I didn't get this done because I was feeling depressed. Life doesn't wait for you. And once you get out of that state of like even just feeling unmotivated, like saying I don't want to do this, like the things that are going to better ourselves, sometimes we really get in that state sometimes where we feel unmotivated, we don't feel like doing anything, lazy. At the end of the day, you're going to have to get up, because time is going to run by and you are going to be looking at your life and be like, wow, like where did the time go? And you're only going to get older, you're not going to get younger. You can do things to enhance yourself to look younger, but I feel like it's just so like important to like make sure that we become more emotionally mature and disciplined, because there's so much potential, so many different possibilities, but sometimes we allow like our sadness or depression, laziness, feeling unmotivated to get in the way. Sometimes we allow those things to get in the way of our goals, and then be a week behind on what we had intentionally planned out, you know, to better ourselves. The third thing on my list is experiences teach you more than reading about it. It's this book that I read. It's called Cybernetics, and it have little quotes and little like gems in it that talks about how a child has to experience love to know love. You can't teach a child about love, and that's sometimes where like childhood trauma comes in, when we're like 20s or in our teenage years, or just like as we get older. It's because we didn't experience it, so we don't know how to feel, or we don't even know how to give that, or we go seeking it in places that was never supposed to be. Like, experiences are going to teach you way more than what you read about. Yes, it feels good. I love when I read. I have a lot of self-help books, a lot of things talking about fear, communication, cybernetics, and it's cool. It gives you that motivation, it gives you that new desire. However, you're gonna still go out and experience things. I had situations where I thought I knew it all until I experienced it, and I was like, oh, I respond differently when it's presented to me in real life, you know? So it's so much you can learn with your knowledge of things versus experiencing them. So that is just for me to say, it's like, get out. Like, get out of your head, get out of either whatever you want to call it, a fantasy or whatever. I know for me, I daydream a lot, so, or I will sit in like a fantasy, like I'm good at imagining things rather than, okay, go and do it, you know. So the fourth thing would be to follow your intuition. make sure that you are trusting yourself. You're allowing yourself to, like, you're creating a space where you just trust yourself. You trust your gut feeling. You trust what your body is telling you. You trust that gut feeling, not the mind, but that gut feeling, because that gut feeling is definitely different rather than your mind telling you lies, like the negative thoughts. When God gives you like a message and you know, like, you feel that happy energy of, like, you know, you're really happy, you're in like that desirable state, or that feeling of like just really, like, you feel really good, like very motivated, but it doesn't happen. Like, God told you this, but it doesn't happen when God said that it would. And then you're like, oh God, I thought you told me to move, and then I thought you said that, and then I thought, and then, you know, like, it be like those, like, God always comes through. And I know from my personal experience, I've had a situation where, and I'll probably make a video about it in the future, but God always came through. Even if it was at the very end, like, God always came through, because I told you this. Now you gotta walk with faith, and then, you know, just gotta have your faith. You know, you gotta keep the faith, you gotta keep believing. Yes, it's okay to have doubt, always keep the faith. So, yeah, those are the 4 things that I feel like are valuable that I've been learning.